Either you run the day or the day will run you. This is a quote by Jim Rohn, which is one of my heroes. And well, today I did run my day just as much as the day ran me. It is not because it was a Monday and it was a tough Monday, because it doesn't matter what day of the week it is. It's just the way we manage ourselves in time, or the way we manage our time. But we don't manage time because time is our creation. We manage ourselves in the time. So today I didn't do a great job. One of the reasons why I didn't do a great job is because I sleep in. I wake up too late. Lately, I've been waking up too late. I've been waking up too late because my parents are here. I'm going to bed late, and thus, it's a vicious circle. So I've been keeping up with my habits, but not the way I wanted to. I would like to do everything smoothly, go with the flow, they say. I would like to do everything harmoniously, but if I start by being late the night before, I'm gonna be late the following day. So I just need to reset, restructure, and go. My mom asked me, how did you do today? Were you able to catch up with things today? And I said, Mom, I forget about my list. I just focus about the one thing that I'm doing, and every time that I complete one, I am happy about what I did, and I focus on the next. Because if I think about what I have to do next, I just get misaurisco, they say. So I just exhaust myself, and I get frustrated. So breathe in, detach, gain some perspective, and do your best. Take imperfect action, they say. And there is a nice quote that I'm gonna find in a second. I'm gonna be launching the intro, and I'll be back with a quote. Function forward and control what you can. I don't remember where I got it from, but I like it. So I'm trying to function forward, controlling what I can. And today I had a structured day. But then, things happen in life. And as Jim Rohn says, things don't just happen. Things happen just. So everything happens for a reason and at the perfect time. Just sometimes I don't understand why those things happen. So I started my day, I meditated, I wrote down my affirmations, I wrote down my appreciation. First I do the appreciations, then the affirmation, and then I just wanted to dedicate myself to my reading so that I could accumulate my hour of reading. I didn't accumulate an hour of reading, I ended up accumulating 75 minutes of reading, so check, very good. But while we were starting the day, of course, we had to manage things and work. We gotta work. It might look like I'm not doing anything through these vlogs, but we are working. We're a productive couple, my wife and I. So we are in the process of finalizing an eviction. We're about to get back one of our properties. And we sent out the check to the sheriff last Wednesday. They should have received it the following day, and within 24 hours, we should have received a call from the sheriff, met them at the door of that property, and got our property back. It didn't happen. So today is Monday. Almost another week went by, and we said, okay, the check seems to be still on transit. It hasn't been delivered yet. So we're taking matter into our hands. We could have done that last week, but you tend to rely on services that you pay for, such as the USPS. But we said, okay, never mind. We don't want to lose another week. We go to the office ourselves. And this is a property that it's a bit further away from where we live compared to most of our portfolio. So it's about a 2-hour drive. So drive there to drop off a check, get a piece of paper signed so that we could move it 2 doors down to the same office building, to get the check to the sheriff, and then meet them potentially the following day at our property. It would have meant losing the entire day. 4 hours drive, 2 hours in one direction, 2 hours coming back. So that would have been a bit frustrating. But we got ready. We were about to get in the car, and we received the call, a call back, because my wife was on the phone with the lady at the office, and she said, the check has arrived. So perfect. So that's how I was able to accumulate 75 minutes of reading even today, because I didn't have to drive around. In Italian we said, I didn't have to move around come la merda nei tubi, like, the shit in the pipes that you just go up and down and up and down and up and down. Excuse my French. But yeah, so that messed things up. S's, plurals, and times, and time I get confused. So I'm doing my best. But that worked out fine. So we should be able to get the property back by Wednesday, start the rehab. And during those days, I will forget about reading. But it is what it is. We function forward, controlling what we can. today's quote. So I was making the story too long, so I decided to do another take of this and try to provide you with some value besides letting you know how I invested my day today. So I proceeded for 75 minutes with reading this awesome book, Il Dono del Silenzio. The English title, you'll find the link in the description. And this is a few of the quotes, a few of the teachings that I got out of it today. La nostra casa è il luogo tranquillo dentro di noi. Our home is that quiet place within us. Tutte le volte in cui ti senti male, agitato, triste, impaurito o preoccupato, puoi usare il respiro consapevole allo scopo di tornare a casa, alla tua isola di consapevolezza. Every time that you feel bad, nervous, sad, afraid, or worried, you can use your conscious breathing, being aware of yourself, breathing, of your breath, to go back to your home within, that island of self. Pratica il tornarvi il più spesso possibile, vivendo consapevolmente i momenti ordinari della tua vita. Practice that come back to your within, to that island within, as often as possible, living consciously every ordinary moment of your life. I needed to read this today more than ever, probably. Quando poi arrivano i momenti difficili, andare a casa risulterà naturale e facile. When then difficult moments will arrive, for you to go back home will be natural and easy. So I find myself oftentimes to suggest to my wife to meditate. I meditate recently, especially to quiet my mind, to silence the voice within. My wife does this perfectly. She's awesome. Like, we're in bed and okay, so tomorrow we do this, tomorrow we do that, and whatever. Okay. 2 minutes go by. Evike, I just wanted to tell you. Unbelievable. Like, it takes me 15 minutes to fall asleep and I don't even get to say goodnight. She's already sleeping. It's awesome. So, or maybe it's the same thing, just we're chatting a second before and then I go, hey, you woke me up. But we were talking literally 5 seconds ago, girl. Unbelievable. So she can free up her mind with extreme ease. While myself, on the contrary, I'm having some challenges. And that's why I practice. Aware that practice does not make perfection. Just, we gotta practice the right way. And I'm doing the best I can. But so I suggest her oftentimes to meditate, because if she can free up her mind so easily, so quickly, meditating for her would be even more powerful than it is with me, that it is for me. Like, she's already ahead of the game. Normally women are, by the way. And so I find myself to suggest her oftentimes, why don't you take few minutes to meditate? Like, she gets more nervous than I do. Maybe because she does a bunch more things than I do. She runs the whole show here. So, but anyhow, and she answers, but I don't need it. I don't have the time now. I don't want to. I just don't want to sit still for 15 minutes. And that's why we do it. Today, I understood why we do it. We don't do it only when we need it. We practice meditation so that when we do need it, it helps us more because we're used to meditate. It's like pretending that a professional player of any sport just shows up on game day. No, he has to train, he has to rehearse, he has to, work on his gifts, on his craft. And then when the team needs him, there we find him or find her. So that's what I got out of the reading today. One of the things that I got out of today's reading. I think that's pretty cool. Let me know in the comment what you think about it. Next, I found this to be very helpful, very valuable. Tutti abbiamo dei blocchi di energia abitudinale dentro di noi. All of us have blocks of energy. He calls it habitual energy, so the habit of doing something within us. L'energia abitudinale è l'energia inconscia che ci spinge a reiterare lo stesso comportamento migliaia di volte. So the energy abitudinale, the habitual energy, is the energy unconscious, the one that we practice without even knowing that we just feel it increasing, growing within us. And that's what pushes us to replicate the same behaviors, the same reactions that we have thousands of times. About this subject, I would highly recommend you reading the book by Joe Dispenza, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. That's exactly what the book is about, mainly among many other things. Very powerful book. Maybe we'll talk more about it in the future in one of our vlogs, or I'll be able to do a playlist. But great book. We have a relative from Hungary who works as a doctor, a medical doctor in England, who recently came to visit us here in Florida so that she could participate to one of the classes in Orlando of Joe Dispenza. So, author of the book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. And among the teachings that he shares in this book, Dr. Joe Dispenza says that we gotta realize, we gotta be conscious of the way we react to outside stimulus. And when we realize that we're about to lose it, consciously stop our reaction and consciously change the way we want to behave, or we will be replicating the same reality, the same mistakes. So this habitual energy interferisce con la nostra capacità di essere tranquilli e felici nel momento presente. So this energy interferes with our capacity to be calm, quiet, happy in the present moment. And I lived it. I live it way too often, and I lived it today as well. And he says that la pratica consapevole mira a liberarcene. So the practice of consciously breathing, that can be done through meditation, of course, but even just a couple of breaths every time when you see that you're getting out of your own hands, that yourself is getting out of your hand, can help you to gain the consciousness of that allows you to free yourself up from that bad moment and be more in charge of yourself, of your doing, and the reality that therefore you will be creating. And the key is in dimorare nel momento presente, like live in the present moment. Non permettiamo a noi stessi di rilassarci, di essere nel qui, ora. We don't allow ourselves to be relaxed, to be here, now. Perché dobbiamo correre e correre persino quando stiamo preparando la colazione, persino mentre stiamo pranzando, mentre camminiamo, mentre stiamo seduti? Why do we have to run and run even when we're having breakfast, while we're having lunch, while we're walking, even when we are sitting? Verso cosa stiamo correndo? Where are we running to? Unbelievable. Like it's so simple. We are so silly. We are just so... Non tormentar... These are words by the Buddha. Do not torment yourself about the past, because the past is no longer here. Do not worry about the future, because the future is not here yet. There is only one unique moment in which you can be alive, and that is the present moment. Torna al momento presente e vivilo a fondo e sarai libero. Go back to the present moment, live it deeply, and you will be free. Unbelievable. You gotta get this book. You gotta get this book, guys. You gotta get this book. All right, so that I can wrap this vlog up, I want to go to bed earlier, as I said. I still have to do the weekly checkpoint, yes, because at the beginning of each week, I go back and I read what I wrote during the week, and I monitor myself so that I can keep myself on track. So I still have to do today's reflection and the weekly checkpoint. I'm very behind with the monthly checkpoint, but this is all the list of things that I have in my mind. So moving towards the end of this vlog, let's read today's card by Hicks. I want continual joyous growth. Me too. I am a growth-seeking being, and it is exhilarating to remember that expansion is not only natural, but inevitable. I love knowing that joy is simply a choice. So, since my expansion is inevitable, I choose to have it in joy. So, enjoy your joyful growth. Seriously, guys, thank you very much for the time you've dedicated to today's vlog as well. I haven't had the chance to continue on with sharing my daily habits with you, but we'll do that in future vlogs. We'll talk about appreciations, affirmations. We'll talk more about meditation because I didn't really talk about the posture. It's really important to have the right posture when we meditate so that we don't fall asleep. And I made that mistake myself a few times. So this vlog is already long enough. I'll see you on the next one. Be better with books and improve your thinking by reading to improve. See you tomorrow.
This video has been brought to you
by us at
Real Estate Helpful Solutions.
We buy houses, helping people.
To find out more about how we can be of help, text or call us at 727-366-6916 or send us an email at the email address you see in the photo.
As you might have felt, today's vlog has been a little bit rushed. I didn't have any images, but it hasn't been that exciting of a day. I dedicated a lot of time to social media. I took some breaks to do my exercises, to enjoy time with family as much as I could, although I feel like I've neglected them some. And because I had to dedicate a lot of time to social media, the creation of new content, promoting an upcoming live that we have tomorrow on the channel. It is soccer related, it's not personal development related, but who knows, maybe in the future we'll have some lives related to this kind of content as well. And now I have to dedicate myself still to a lot of administrative work. So I gotta go. I'll see you tomorrow.